Tonight, new details in an NBC2 exclusive investigation that found a Florida Highway Patrol trooper preying on women.
Last month, we told you how Trooper Anthony Esposito falsified an arrest report saying a woman was driving drunk when she wasn't. That woman now intends to sue the state, saying Esposito never should have been on the job when he pulled her over. NBC2 investigator Jim Spiewak is here to explain more about his investigation. Jim.
Yeah, Kelly, Peter, months ago, his troop recommended Esposito be fired after he pulled women over, detained them for no reason, even slept with one of them. But the head of the FHP decided to keep him on the job anyway. Now one of his victims is fighting back.
This is video of Florida Highway Patrol trooper Anthony Esposito pulling over a woman for an illegal U-turn. Esposito thought she was drunk,
Are you gonna
handle me?
Okay.
and the two quickly started arguing.
Right here for me. I already told him. Okay, you're gonna be arrested in a second if you don't listen to me.
An internal investigation from this traffic stop labeled Esposito as aggressive, even pointing out that other troopers thought he improperly conducted field sobriety tests, but he still took her to jail.
Well, you're already under arrest. Okay. You're being arrested for DUI.
Breathalyzer and urine tests confirm the woman had no trace of alcohol in her system. Records show Esposito falsified her arrest report by altering the narrative to make it appear like the woman failed sobriety tests. A drug expert later concluded she did not.
This incident with my client was completely avoidable.
Andrea Flynn Mogensen represents the victim. She sent this claim letter to Colonel David Brierton, the head of the Florida Highway Patrol, notifying him of their intent to sue.
It's overwhelmingly evident that this person should not have had a badge, and inexplicably, they gave him another chance. They gave him another chance, really, to abuse the public trust.
NBC2 first told you about Trooper Esposito in November when he was investigated for profiling more than 100 women. His co-workers said there were multiple warning signs of trouble.
You nervous?
And it was recommended he be fired. But Colonel Brierton decided to suspend him instead.
You're not explaining my legal rights.
Just 4 months later, Esposito falsely arrested and harassed Mogensen's client.
Very rarely are the higher-ups who make these poor decisions held accountable.
So we decided to try, packing our bags and driving to Tallahassee to get answers.
So we're going to go see if Colonel Brierton's in his office today.
He was in the office, but never came out. Instead, he had his assistant deny us an interview over the office lobby phone.
Why was he kept on the job after he looked up 118 different women with no law enforcement reason for doing so and then kept him on the job? Is he not willing to answer that question?
For 2 days, Brierton avoided us as we waited outside his office. So while he ultimately didn't answer our questions,
You are harassing me, sir. You are. This is harassment.
he'll certainly have to answer to a pending lawsuit.
You put the public at risk. It's absolutely his responsibility that this happened to her.
I really feel that there's been somewhat of an injustice here. I really
Now, Colonel Brierton did send us a statement in part saying Esposito did not live up to the integrity of the agency, and that's all he's saying at this point. But we've continued to ask, and he's continued to ignore our questions about why it took so long to fire him.
So are there other victims that you're aware of?
Well, interestingly enough, just in the past 24 hours, we learned another case involving a woman Esposito arrested for DUI. That case was dismissed. The prosecuting attorney confirms the case was dropped because they're no longer using Esposito as a witness. And that's something former law enforcement officers say is a huge issue, his credibility to testify with his history. Not only does FHP have a pending lawsuit on their hands, we're currently working to get the number of arrests Esposito made because more dismissals could be in the works. Count on us to bring you that information when we get it.